Welcome to the Friday night fight of the week. I'm Don Dunphy, your ringside commentator at Madison Square Garden. Tonight's 10-round feature go brings together Ernie Terrell of Chicago and Bob Foster of Washington, D.C., a couple of tall heavyweights who have come to New York with impressive credentials. 25 years old and 6 feet 6, Terrell is ranked number 3 in the heavyweight division. Winner of 10 in a row, the honor graduate of Farragut High in Chicago, has not lost since April 3rd, 1962, when he was stopped in 7 by Cleveland Williams. He later beat Williams and also Zora Foley. Terrell has won 33 and lost 4 with 16 knockouts. Foster, also 25 and 6'3½", has been ranked number 7 in the light heavy class, which he recently deserted to campaign among the heavyweights. His most recent effort was a one-round KO of Alan Thomas in Chicago. Foster has won 14, lost 2, and racked up 10 KOs. He was stopped once as a light heavyweight by Doug Jones. At the commission weigh-in, Foster was 183 1/4, Terrell 202 1/2. In just a moment, we'll bring you the 10-round heavyweight bout between Ernie Terrell and Bob Foster. Genial Johnny Addy.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. 1 week from tonight, return bout of a split decision fight, a great fight here a few weeks ago. Lightweights Frankie Naves and Johnny Bizarro, 10 rounds. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here are the ring officials assigned by the New York State Athletic Commission. The judges, Tony Rossi and former great referee who is now a boxing judge, Al Burl. The timekeeper, Fred Abatello, counting for the knockdowns at the bell, Jimmy Coyne, and the referee for the main event, Arthur Mercanti. 10 rounds. Introducing from Washington, D.C., he's wearing white trunks. He weighs 183 1/4, Bobby Foster. His opponent from Chicago, Illinois, he's wearing black trunks. He weighs 202 1/2, Ernie Terrell. Main event, 10 rounds, another bout to follow.
Good evening, Ernie and Bob. You both know the rules of the New York State Athletic Commission. We expect you to obey these rules, and I'll be here to enforce them. Shake hands now and come out boxing at the bell.
They're wearing 8-ounce gloves, scoring in New York on a rounds basis with a supplementary point system if the rounds come out even on a card. The mandatory 8 count and the 3 knockdown rule are in effect. A man floored at or near the bell, the count will continue until he arises or is counted out. Ernie Terrell, the black trunks. Bob Foster, the white trunks. Terrell is awkwardly clever as a heavyweight, a hard man to fight. He's got a good jab. Foster's a cute fighter. He'll try to set Terrell up for his 1-2. Foster making Terrell hold on for a moment. Mercanti, the referee, gets him apart. No kidney punches, says Mercanti to Terrell. A little bit wild over the head with those punches.
Keep pressing.
One minute to go in round one. Foster doing a nice job of boxing at the moment. Ten seconds to go in round one. There's the bell. Round two at Madison Square Garden in New York City. Bob Foster of Washington in the white trunks, Ernie Terrell of Chicago in black. Foster, with knockout intentions, has been throwing the heavy leather. Terrell has been boxing. That's a long left jab that Terrell is putting in there and scoring with. Now Foster's doing the jabbing. Solid jabs by Terrell. For a heavyweight fight, it has been exceptionally fast. Terrell seems to have found the technique in this round. Round is about half over. Foster can't get by that left hand of Terrell's. Little by little, Terrell is cutting Foster down. 30 seconds left in the round. There's the bell ending round two. We go back to the corner of Ernie Terrell, who was born in Inverness, Mississippi, April 4th, 1939, now lives in Chicago. In the corner with him is co-manager Sam Solomon. On the left-hand side is trainer Milt Bailey. On the outside, on the right, a familiar face, Freddie Brown. Co-manager Julie Isaacson is not in the corner, but is in the audience rooting for his fighter. On the other side of the ring, we've got Bob Foster, who was born in Albuquerque, New Mexico, December 15th, 1938, now lives in Washington, D.C. In the corner with him on the left-hand side is manager and trainer Billy Edwards. On the right is Nick Florio, and just out of the picture, right in it now, you can see his head, is Sergeant Pappy Galt from Bolling Air Force Base, where Bob trains. Galt trains the Air Force team down there, by the way. Coming up to round three at Madison Square Garden, world's greatest emporium. Bob Foster, the white trunks, Ernie Terrell in black. Pretty even fight up to now. Foster probably taking the first round, Terrell the second. 10-round bout. Arthur McCanty is the referee, discreetly at a distance. Big boys, as we told you earlier. Terrell 6'6", Foster 6'3½". Terrell weighs 202½, Foster 183½. Foster has picked up over 12 pounds since May 8th when he fought Alan Thomas and knocked him out in one round. He was 171½, then he's 183¼ now. Foster got in some very good licks in the first round, but Terrell has been crowding him, smothering his long-range punches. Again, Arthur McCanty tells Terrell about the kidney punches. Ernie apologizes. One minute to go in round 3. Foster in with some good, soft shots right on the inside. Good right-hand shot. 10 seconds to go in round 3. Foster scoring heavily. There's the bell. Madison Square Garden. Bob Foster, white trunks. Ernie Terrell in black. Foster trying to get in there for a spot with that right hand of his. He'll throw a good 1-2 if he sees the opening. Foster will. That was the right hand, a good one. And it makes Terrell think a little bit. Foster giving Terrell time to recover. Terrell smartly lays his weight on the lighter man on the inside. Arthur McCanty telling them to wait until they break before throwing more punches when they are told to break.
All right, break.
About a minute remaining in round 4 of this 10-rounder. coming to a close. There's the bell ending round 4. Tomorrow at 5 p.m. 4 Central Time, ABC's Wide World of Sports travels to St. Andrews, Scotland for the finals of the British Open Golf Championship and to Daytona Beach, Florida for the Firecracker 400 stock car race. This Sunday, July 12th at 5 p.m. 4 Central Time, ABC's coverage of the 1964 United States Olympic trials continues with presentation of the equestrian team selections and the judo and boxing finals, exclusively over most of these ABC stations. Nice to see Jesse Abramson and Lester Bromberg and Bob Waters, Al Buck, some of our better sports writers back on the beach. And I saw in the audience as we went around Sandy Schwartz, the manager of Frankie Narvaez, who fights Johnny Bizzarro in what should be a fine lightweight duel next Friday night here at Madison Square Garden. Dave Anderson of the Journal also is present tonight. Round 5, Ernie Terrell of Chicago, the black trunks. Bob Foster of Washington in white. Arthur McCanty, the referee. Marshall Reed of the Long Island Press over in the corner. Two minutes left in this round. Terrell has shifted his tactics again. He's coming in out of a half bob and weave. Sharp, snappy jabs scoring for Terrell. £202.5 behind each jab. One minute to go in round 5. Seconds to go in round 5. There's the bell. Between rounds, referee Arthur McCanty took round number 5 away from Ernie Terrell and awarded it to Bob Foster because of Terrell's penchant for holding and leaning on his opponent after being warned several times not to. So round 5 is in the box of Bob Foster. Terrell, the black trunks, Foster in white. Terrell scoring heavily with that jab again and crossing his right for a change. smashing jabs by Terrell. Two pretty good rights by Foster. And another. Terrell holding on. Terrell smothering any attack by Foster here, as our ringside camera shows you. On the inside, Foster coming up with an uppercut after taking a lathering. Terrell's strategy is to stay in close because Foster likes to punch long. There's the bell ending round 6. Next Friday, the Fight of the Week presents a 10-round return match between two excellent young lightweight contenders, Frankie Narvaez and Johnny Bizarro. Narvaez took a close decision in the first outing last month. He started strong, but Bizarro came on in the late rounds to make it close. Narvaez scored victories on TV this year over Luis Molina and Vicente Dorado. He has won 20, lost 1, and KO'd 3. Bizarro has fought and beaten some of the real veterans of the division. A strong puncher, he has KO'd 21 while winning 46 and losing 8. Frankie Narvaez and Johnny Bizarro, a return match at Madison Square Garden next Friday on the Fight of the Week. Brought to you by the Gillette Safety Razor Company and by Robert Burns Cigarillos. It's round 7. Ernie Terrell of Chicago, black trunks, standing 6 feet 6, weighing 202 and a half. Bob Foster of Washington, standing 6'3 and a half, and weighing 183 and a quarter. That's the first time I saw a referee get hit, and it happened to one of the best. How about that? Arthur takes a good punch. All he did was smile. He didn't wave them in to hit him again, though. Terrell is really bothering Foster now. And Foster is in real trouble. 5, 6, 7, 8. Fight is being stopped. The fight is being stopped. And Ernie Terrell is the winner in the 7th round. Arthur McCanty decided that Bob Foster was not in any condition to continue, and it is Ernie Terrell, the winner by a knockout in 7 rounds at Madison Square Garden. Johnny Addy will be along in a moment to announce the time. There's Terrell, a very happy winner, and just as I'm sure Bob Foster is a very disappointed loser. Johnny Addy getting the time. Here he is. Here's John.
The time, 58 seconds of the 7th round. Winner by a knockout, Ernie Terrell.
A nice close-up of Ernie's smile. It's the first time he smiled tonight in the ring, but he can relax now. Ernie Terrell has now won 34 fights out of 38 and has lost only 4 and has now scored 17 knockouts. There he is with Sam Solomon, Milt Bailey, Freddie Brown, and Johnny Addy. Big Ernie Terrell, who gets a little bit closer to a heavyweight championship fight against Cassius Clay or whomever. That left jab turned the fight in Ernie's direction after Foster had him in trouble earlier. We'll bring you a videotape replay of the knockout in just a moment. Remember, ABC every Friday night for the fight of the week. Now we're waiting for the replay of the videotape of the knockout in the 7th round between Ernie Terrell and Bob Foster. I'll be interested myself in seeing it because it happened with, well, let us say suddenness. Foster had taken the best punches of Terrell, but perhaps had been getting worn down by that snappy left jab. And now by videotape, we'll show you the knockout again. Here they come. Terrell really pours it on in this round. Terrell black trunks, Foster in white. That's where Arthur got hit. Terrell has just smothered Foster and just won't let him mount an attack, which was smart on Ernie's part. There's those right hands and the left hooks. There's the right that set him up, and Foster is wobbly at this point. And he goes down almost without being hit. And Mercanti is stopping the fight after wiping off the gloves, and Terrell goes over to commiserate with Foster, who is very, very unhappy and disappointed. It was a good fight, though. For a while, it looked as though Foster might turn it his way with his heavy right-hand punching. But Terrell prevailed behind a left jab that was one of the best we have seen on a heavyweight in a long, long time. No questioning that he's got this fine left jab. The time, 58 seconds of the 7th round, and the winner, Ernie Terrell of Chicago, weighing 202.5, standing 6 feet 6. The loser, Bob Foster of Washington, standing 6'3.5 and weighing 183 1/4.